Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this little vlog. It's not a weekly vlog because it's Wednesday, but welcome to this vlog. For those of you who watched last week's vlog, I am literally starting this one where I finished the last one because I just want to be more consistent and be here. So hello, welcome back and welcome to this little vlog. It's Wednesday morning. I am up fairly early. Truth be told, I am actually still in my pajama bottoms because I just wanted to get out the house, but they're just like brown. I feel like it's not that obvious. I feel like quite often I come across as quite polished on here, so I feel like I need to be a bit realistic there and tell you I'm still kind of in my PJs this morning. But I am out with a cup of tea to go on my morning walk, which you guys know is my favourite way to start the vlogs. But I've actually got kind of, I guess, like an exciting, fun, slightly different few days, so I thought I'd try and bring you guys along with me. Today my cousin is actually coming here from London to spend the day with me, which honestly I'm so excited about. Me and my cousin we're like best friends, so it will be so nice to see her again. I've really missed seeing her because we lived like 5 minutes from each other when we lived in London, and we're a little bit joined at the hip these days, so it will be so nice to see her. I've missed her so much. We are going to do a little mooch through a few of the local towns and just see where the day takes us. I'm sure it will be a long coffee and a croissant somewhere in there as well. And then this weekend, Jake and I are actually going to a wedding, which I know isn't that interesting for you guys. However, we are going to the Peak District, which we are really excited about. We've never been before. I don't think I've ever been that far north before, which I know some of you are going to be like, that is nuts. But I'm really excited about it. We are actually on Friday going to Chatsworth House, which Pride and Prejudice fans, anyone who is new here, I am the biggest Pride and Prejudice fan. It's my comfort film. I probably know every single line. I stand for that film. Like, it just genuinely brings me so much peace, that film. I just love it. And I know a lot of other girls feel the same. So if anyone's a Pride and Prejudice fan, we're going to Mr. Darcy's house, which I am so excited about. Honestly, just real life daydream, so I'm very excited about that. We have got a wedding on Saturday, which the weather is not looking that great for. Bless the bride. I really feel for her because that must be so stressful. But I just thought I could take you along for some of it, see where it takes us, and then maybe continue this vlog into next week. Let's see how that kind of goes with that intention. Give myself lots of space, but we can go along for a kind of cozy day here in Kent, and then a little drive up to the Peak District, Chatsworth House, which honestly I'm so excited about, and just see how we go. So I am going to get myself out the car because I've been sat in here for probably like 20 minutes finishing the last vlog, starting the new one. So I'm gonna get on my morning walk. I actually forgot my headphones, numpty dumpty, but that's okay. Let's get going and just have some ocean therapy before the day starts. It is actually the most beautiful morning this morning. I'm trying not to chat too much whilst walking because I've been told off my audio on here and I know it hasn't been that great as of late. So it is a really beautiful morning, but I will voice over if it needs. After a long morning walk, I picked up my cousin and we went on a very cozy coastal day in a nearby village, mooching in all of the little shops, and I particularly loved this pearl shop that just had so many gorgeous bits. After that, we went and sat in a kitchen garden and just nattered for hours. It was honestly such a soul-filling afternoon. Good morning everyone from Peak District. I didn't actually check in with you guys yesterday because we were in the car. It felt like a really long drive down from Kent up here. It was, I think, about 4 hours, but it just felt a lot longer. But it is now Friday. We are kind of have the day to ourselves. I'm currently brewing our morning teas, and the plan for today is to actually go to the house they used for Mr. Darcy's house in Pride and Prejudice in the 2005 edition, which I am so excited about. I am honestly, it's my favorite film, and it's just, I don't know, just love that film. So I am very excited about it. Saying that, however, it was meant to be sunny this afternoon and sort of for most of the day. So I have put on my favorite dress thinking, yeah, it will get nice outing. It hasn't had an outing yet. But as always with the English weather, you check the English weather I checked before we packed. You check the English weather and you pack for rain just in case. And it looks like, actually I can see a peak of sun coming through, but it looks like it's going to be an on-off rainy day, so I may have to get changed. We're actually just in an Airbnb close to where the wedding is on Saturday, so yeah, but I'll show you my dress, even though I'm like 90% sure I'm gonna have to change because there's rain forecast for the evening as well and through the afternoon. But this is, I actually can't remember the name of this dress, but it is from Joann. I found it on Vinted, which is where actually I buy an awful lot of my Joann pieces. It's not the best angle, but you can kind of see. But I tend to buy most of my Joann pieces actually off of Vinted because it just makes them a little bit more affordable, and usually like they've only been worn once or twice. So yes, that is the plan for the day. Just a few really cozy days. We're gonna have like a nice, hopefully it's not raining, a nice long walk to a pub for dinner, and then yeah, I thought I could take you along. As I said, for this weekend I'll show you a few clips and then we can just kind of continue on into next week. Hello everybody, happy Monday. We are back home. I'm actually just out for a afternoon evening walk, so I thought I'd check in with you. Now usually, as many of you will know at the moment, I've been loving walking by the ocean, which we are quite close to, but today, after this weekend, I feel like I just needed to really ground, and I have come to like a nearby woods. So I don't think many of you will know this, but I used to live in and around here for a little while, for about 2 years, and this woodland is like walking distance from my little cottage I used to live in, and it's just one of my favorites. So I thought actually I just needed to like soak up the energy of trees and woods, and there are actually bison in there somewhere. I have yet to see them. Of all the years I've walked here, I do have yet to see them, but they are there because I can hear them. Which is very odd, to be honest. I don't know if this is one of the only places where they tend to have bison in like a local national park woodland. I don't think they're indigenous to the UK either, so not sure what's going on there. But as I said, it is Monday and I am out on a purely grounding walk. It's actually the first day of my cycle as well, so it feels very, very, very nourishing. So I thought I would just check in. My plan is to find myself a little spot to do some journaling in a moment. I also got like my crazy curly, I kind of think Jake calls it my mermaid hair. I kind of think it's a little bit Woodland Fairy-esque, but I've actually done nothing to it today because I just thought I've been using lots of different like curly cream and products and it just wasn't working. So I just thought, you know what, we're gonna let it be and just enjoy it. But with that being said, I'm gonna keep walking, finish my raspberry leaf tea, classic for this time of the month, and find myself a little spot. But it is just looking so unbelievably glorious. It's so funny how just being out in nature has the ability to just completely shift your energy. Like I'd say I haven't been feeling that great, so just coming out here I'm like, oh, I feel immediately better. So let's be on the hunt for a little spot to do some journaling in. Hello guys, it's actually Wednesday. I have been feeling very worse for wear this week with my cycle, actually more so than usual, which is a bit strange, but we put it down to just life changes at the moment. So I haven't been great at checking in with you. I've been really just taking it really easy. I have made myself a cacao. This is actually a new mug, which I am obsessed with. It's so cute. It is from Anthropologie, but it's by, I think it's called Native Studios, who I also follow on Instagram. I just hadn't seen the moon mugs on her website, but I saw these on Anthropologie. I'm obsessed. So cute. I have made myself a ceremonial cacao in here, and I'm actually just sat down for an afternoon of some kind of fun work. So it is actually the Sagittarius full moon today, which is, it's a lovely full moon. So I'm excited about that because we have a live workshop on Soul Shadow this evening where I do want to sit down and have a little think about what I want to do, because it's a lovely moon to do some manifesting, and I think I might pull that into whatever it is that we do this afternoon. So that is the plan. That's not until 6. So what I actually wanted to do this afternoon now was, I know I mentioned this in last week's vlog, which to be honest I still need to edit and get live. We've had a bit of a delay in vlogs, but I have been wanting to sit down and do a little bit of mid-year vision boarding. I find that, I need a cacao moment. I find that I always feel really, I don't know if the word's motivated or inspired to do mid-year vision boards. I feel like June comes and I can really reflect on what I have done throughout the year, and I can really think, okay, what is it that I want to move forwards with, and what has changed, and what circumstances are falling into place and what aren't. And that is something I wanted to at least begin this afternoon with you guys. I know I mentioned a little while ago I was kind of in like the Pinteresting phase, and I feel like I'm getting very clear on it now. So I always like to, when I'm on my cycle, because I can give myself some slightly more gentle tasks to do. So I am actually teaching double back-to-backs tomorrow evening, so the easiest I can take it today, the better. So I thought for the afternoon, before I prep for this evening's workshop, I could do a little bit of just mid-year visioning with the full moon energy. And I tend to like actually put together my mid-year vision board around the summer solstice and with the energy of the summer solstice. But in order to do that, I feel like I like to give myself a few weeks beforehand to just feel into it. You could also do this after the summer solstice if that feels better for you. But I like to really give myself time to feel into my vision boards versus just like doing them all in one go. I like to sort of see what energy and intentions feel right. So with that being said, I think I'm going to put you on a little bit of a time lapse, and we can sit together, drink the ceremonial cacao, and do a little bit of mid-year vision boarding. And then maybe I could talk you through some themes that are beginning to come through, but I'm sure in a later vlog I will also take you through the physical putting the board together. But yeah, let's do some afternoon vision boarding, and then I need to sit down and prep for our evening moon circle this evening. Happy Friday, everyone. Honestly, I was actually just thinking as we were driving, it feels like one of those Dubai days where I chat to you in the car, but like the aircon still needed to be like residual because it is so warm today. It is like blisteringly quite hot actually, which is unusual for the UK, and the UK is not always the nicest in the heat. Those of you that are here will know that, I'm sure. But it is Friday, and I have a bit of an afternoon of, actually a bit of a chilled afternoon if I'm honest. I have a return to do, so I've come out to do a return, which has been an awkward location, so I've had to reroute. But what that has meant is I've had to come to a shopping centre where they do have a home sense, and I haven't done sort of home shopping in a really long time. but I just feel like we're in need of a few new things. So I thought, I always like when I'm near a home sense to have a little mooch around, because as I always say, like, your home is your sacred space. Like, that is your sacred little, I don't know, it's just like your space. And I always really love to, as you probably know, put that intention in our home. And we are now in a much bigger space than we once were, and even though we're here temporarily, I'm sure where we go next we're also going to have more space than our little London apartment. So I wanted to have a little mooch and home sense. And then I'm getting ingredients for brownies, because I'm baking this afternoon for Jake's auntie, who looked after our cats over the weekend, which we all know I love to bake. So it's a bit of a, we're not technically in summer, but it feels like summer, a bit of a summery afternoon with some baking, a little bit of mooching around home sense, and practical return. So I thought I'd take you along with me and we could spend the afternoon together before ending this vlog. So let's spend a bit of a fun moochy Friday afternoon together.